Jadon Sancho is now part of the team. He will be available for the friendly games in the preseason. Let's see what's gonna happen. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, we touch on Jadon Sancho, two players signing with Manchester United, the future of Sofian Amrabat, Désiré Doué, another top talent, and then Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's jump into it together. So guys, let me start today's video by mentioning some movements at Manchester United, because today was the day for Joshua Zirkzee, contract signed till 2029, option for further season on club side, also everything in place with Bologna for the deal worth 42 million euros, 0.5 paid in 3 years, so we can consider Joshua Zirkzee a new Manchester United player, the first signing of the new era under Ineos. And also Johnny Evans extended his contract at Manchester United, 1 more season, deal approved by Erik ten Hag, who was very happy with Johnny Evans last season, very serious, very professional, when he had to play was always consistent, and so the decision has been made to continue with Evans for 1 more season. I keep receiving many questions also on the future of Sofian Amrabat, what's gonna happen, because there is still no clarity on the future of Amrabat. What I'm hearing is that Manchester United will make final decision on the future of Amrabat early next week. This should be the timing to decide on Amrabat. Manchester United still have the possibility to keep the player at the club. Amrabat is also waiting for Man United, but obviously we are now mid-July, and so next week the situation of Amrabat will be clarified, in or out. Also Fiorentina and player camp waiting for what Manchester United decide to do with Sofian Amrabat, who already last week was waiting and waiting for Man United, so always had this priority for the club. On Manchester United, but the biggest news of the day is in training. Yes, because today, during the training session under Erik ten Hag, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Rene Hake, the big change in the coaching staff in this new era for Manchester United, Jadon Sancho appeared. And this is a big story, a big news, because it's the first time that Jadon Sancho is training with Manchester United first team after end of September, almost 1 year ago. The big issue between Erik ten Hag and Jadon Sancho. Sancho decided not to apologize in September, in October, in November, in December. Also Manchester United side, very strong position from the manager. Then in January, Jadon Sancho joins Borussia Dortmund on loan. Fantastic performances, Champions League final. Sancho does very well, but for Borussia Dortmund in this moment, a permanent transfer of Jadon Sancho is way too expensive. Man United always requested something around 40 million pounds. This is the price tag that Man United indicated around April, May to Borussia Dortmund for Jadon Sancho. Then what happened? In the last 24 hours, Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag had direct discussions with Jadon Sancho, a face-to-face meeting where they were able to clarify the situation. They spoke to each other about the general situation, Sancho and Erik ten Hag, and they decided to continue together for this preseason. So Erik ten Hag accepted Jadon Sancho as part of the first team. Jadon Sancho accepted the challenge to restart with an opportunity at Manchester United. Then Jadon Sancho started training with the squad, something that, for example, is not happening with Mason Greenwood because Greenwood is leaving. Jadon Sancho is now part of the team. He will be available for the friendly games in the preseason. Let's see what's going to happen now, because for Manchester United there are 2 opportunities. One opportunity is, now that clarity is there between Ten Hag and Sancho, is to keep the player at the club, to give a new opportunity to Jadon Sancho. The other side of the story could be for Man United to sell Jadon Sancho in case they receive proposals. So the situation remains open at the moment. Let's see how it's going to be the feeling between Ten Hag and Sancho on the pitch after clarifying in face-to-face meeting, but it's a crucial moment for the future of Jadon Sancho, who is in the list, for example, of Juventus. Juventus like Jadon Sancho, but at the moment they need to sell Federico Chiesa before making an official bid for Sancho. This is why it's still not advanced. For Borussia Dortmund it's too expensive, and so Jadon Sancho situation remains open, but also open to a future at Manchester United after this meeting with Erik ten Hag, with Sancho working with the squad. And then guys, a former Manchester United player is Cristiano Ronaldo, and I can confirm some reports that we saw today, and many of you asking me about the contract of Cristiano, because Cristiano is out of contract at Al Nassr in summer 2025, but the intention of Al Nassr is to offer Cristiano the opportunity to extend for one more season. So talks will take place between Cristiano Ronaldo agents and Al Nassr about his contract. We know that this is going to be an important point also to clarify what Cristiano wants to do in 2026 in case he wants to play at the World Cup with Portugal or not. So there are discussions internally between Cristiano Ronaldo, his family, people close to him to decide what he wants to do with his future in Portugal, but also important to say that Al Nassr are waiting for Cristiano because they would be more than happy to keep him at least for one more season at the club with new contract discussions. So let's follow that story, but Cristiano Ronaldo contract will be a topic for Al Nassr in the next weeks or months. And then guys, in terms of topics for the future, remember the name of Désiré Doué. If you are following the channel here on YouTube, I told you last week, remember in the next days things will happen around Désiré Doué, and today we can confirm reports from Le Parisien about Bayern first proposal for this right-footed talented winger from Rennes. Bayern had a bid rejected for 35 million euros, add-ons included. Rennes said no, they want more than this to sell Désiré Doué. Bayern are considering to try again for Doué while they wait for an answer from Xavi Simons on a loan deal. Bayern and Leipzig are insisting for Xavi Simons. Désiré Doué has this possibility with Bayern, but let me clarify that Désiré Doué has still not decided which club he wants to join. He's considering all the options. So Bayern are there, but also Paris Saint-Germain are there. Paris Saint-Germain are positioned for Désiré Doué. These two clubs are really pushing, so for sure they are the two favorites in this moment. Tottenham have been tracking the player for a long time, appreciating the player, but at the moment they have not sent any proposal, and we can say that Bayern and PSG have been more aggressive on player side with his agents. So Bayern with a bid already rejected, PSG are also there, and PSG are expected to act soon for Désiré Doué. So Bayern are there, PSG are there. Let's see if Premier League clubs will enter the race too, because at the moment it's still quiet for many clubs in Premier League, but in case they want to activate the option, Désiré Doué could be a really interesting one to follow in the next days. So Bayern are expected to have new talks in the next days, and Paris Saint-Germain are expected to open concrete negotiations after the interest they confirmed to player side. So keep an eye on Désiré Doué, with an eye also to Premier League clubs, but now Bayern and PSG really pushing. This is a really interesting situation of the market. Just to finish on Ligue 1 transfer, important transfer is here we go for Mikautadze to Monaco. There is a verbal agreement, still waiting to sign all the contracts over the weekend. Mikautadze is scheduled to fly to Monaco on Saturday, then medical test, contract signing on Sunday, waiting on the final details on the contract before signing, and then the process is ready for Mikautadze to become the new Monaco striker. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories from Jadon Sancho. Keep or sell? I want your opinion on Sancho future at Manchester United, but also Joshua Zirkzee, Johnny Evans, Désiré Doué, which club should sign him, and also Cristiano Ronaldo. Let me know your opinion on all these topics here in comments. Like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon. Ciao.